Hey guys, I'm going to try to go through my daily chore one at least here and respond to one of my commenters. I want to do a video where I respond to a bunch of comments. I mentioned this before. Nobody ever reads the comments or the replies except maybe the person that originally asked a question, but sometimes people are asking really good questions and sometimes I feel like I'm giving decent answers. So I want to go through all my old comments, pick and choose the ones that I think might be worthy of talking about in another video. I didn't make that video. That's not what this is going to be. I just want to talk about one particular comment that I just got on one of my recent videos, and it was about dealing with pressure, like unseen pressure, unfelt pressure. And that's right up my wheelhouse. I resemble that remark. That's why I'm doing these chores that I do all the time. Is not to practice the shots. I think I said that's a possibly a secondary benefit. But what I'm trying to do is get used to the pressure. If I don't complete, Kitty, what are you doing? I got a new rug to catch her going crazy because it's a new rug. Anyway, where was I? Dealing with this pressure that I don't feel, but it can affect me. And that's kind of what the question this guy had. He was in a tournament, he was on the hill, wasn't feeling any pressure at all, but then missed a critical shot and ended up losing the match. I think I got that right. I think that's pretty much what you said there is. So he was kind of in the same boat that I've been in quite a bit. The same boat that I was in at Derby City this past year when I played Tony and played like crap. Didn't think I felt any pressure, but it was almost certainly affecting me and why I played like crap. So I started doing these daily chores to try to get used to this pressure that I can't even feel. I can't feel it, but it is affecting me. And I mean, I don't have all the answers, of course, but for me, this is what I thought of to be able to get used to that kind of pressure without, going and playing league every night, tournaments all the time, and all that. My lifestyle doesn't allow me to do that kind of stuff as often as I might want to. Plus, I have a table at home, so I can practice whatever I can think up down here. And one of the things I practice when I'm down here, since right after Derby City, is this unfelt pressure. I don't know anything else that I could potentially do about it that I haven't already been doing. A little bit of, meditation and then some of that kind of new age stuff can certainly help. But it is hard for me to fight that pressure when I don't feel it. It was almost impossible to fight that pressure when I didn't think it was there. Now I do think it's there. And there is always a possibility, to my commenter, you might have just missed the shot. People miss, even the pros miss. Hell, I saw Dennis miss a shot one time. It happens. Could have just been that. You kind of said you weren't feeling any pressure at all in this tournament, and then you just missed. It could have been that you had like this unfelt pressure, unseen pressure, like I'm talking about. It could have been you just missed. Don't know. Either way, I think this kind of thing, dealing with this pressure, is good. I mean, it's certainly not going to hurt anything. It's good. And it's a little bit irritating that like this chore and the next chore, they're only really good if I miss. If I get through all 15 of these without missing, I'm kind of supposed to. I've been playing long enough. I played well enough that I'm supposed to get through all 15 of these without missing. It's only when I miss that then I get to deal with the disappointment and self-loathing and whatever else, and try to resolve to do better next time. But that doesn't mean I'm going to miss on purpose, because that defeats the whole reason for doing this. You're all going to let me shoot that 10, aren't you? That'd probably be enough to make me screw up. I have a really bad habit of putting the last balls of the 15 at the toughest angles. And I don't do that on purpose. It just seems to always work out that way. Maybe I just noticed it. So, back to my commenter again. What can you do if you're shooting and there's no pressure, and then all of a sudden you start to suspect, hey, maybe there was pressure that I didn't feel but still affected me. What do you do about that? If you think of something better than what I'm doing here, let me know. I'm sure there are better things. This is what I came up with. Well, these two chores of relatively simple shots, but with a punishment if I mess up, to try to feel the pressure of, I got to complete these or I got to start over. That type of deal. Can't have any fun playing pool until I complete these. Trying to generate some pressure in myself. Like I said, the only way I really know that I successfully generated any pressure is if I miss. And I don't want to do that. If I get through these, I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but if I make these next 3 balls, that doesn't mean that I've mastered the art of handling unseen pressure. It probably means there wasn't any. Usually I'm down here doing these chores, kind of in silence and stuff. Every now and then I will be talking to the camera like this, and maybe that is distracting me from the pressure of this. Does that make any sense? Maybe the talking to you guys is helping. Oh, I'm so glad I made that shot. Where that 14 was, not here, but right here next to it, that's the toughest shot. This shot and this shot are the toughest angles on this table, because if that ball hits that long rail, it's not going in. Not at the speed I hit it at. Very annoying. Very annoying. Okay, so there's those. And I wish I could think of more stuff to say, because the question, really, like I said, I resemble that remark, is, hey, there's pressure that's affecting me, affecting my game, but I can't feel it, so I don't really know what to do about it. I can't sense the pressure building and somehow put a stop to it. I don't know if you sense the pressure building, then maybe you go take a walk or whatever, have a drink, whatever you're going to do. If I get to a tournament and I'm going to play Dennis or Shane or Tony or whoever, then maybe I have to pretend I feel some pressure building up. And then do whatever I would, am I missing the ball? Do whatever I would do to stop that pressure, to ease it a little bit. Oh, this isn't even the right thing. See, I told you all that talking to the camera was distracting me. And it absolutely is, because I was setting up the wrong stupid chore. I was setting up to do chore 1 again, even though I just completed it. And so maybe that's actually a thought. So maybe if I'm in a situation where I'm like, well, a normal person might feel pressure right now. Maybe I could, pretend I'm a normal person, and what would I do if I was feeling the pressure? Waiting for my match to start, I notice my hands are shaking or something. What would I do? Even though I'm fine, there's no pressure. Maybe it's there. Maybe the pressure is deep inside, and it's only going to come out when I'm at the pool table at the worst possible moment. So yeah, maybe that's a thought. Pretend that I'm nervous and act accordingly. What would I do? What would I do? Of course, I don't want to pretend that I'm nervous and continue that all the way through the entire match. I would rather just get it out of the way. Hey, Shane's coming down here any minute now to play me pool for money. I'm nervous, so I'll walk around the table a little bit. He's not really coming here, so it's hypothetical situation. I think I just shot that ball into that pocket. Man, I'm just distracted as hell. I'm just distracted as hell. I think I have 2 balls in this pocket. Yep. So now I have to shoot 2 in a row in that pocket. And then I can go back and forth. I think that might be my advice is find something, some type of exercise or whatever, that is like easy on paper, but there may be some pressure of if you don't complete it, you have to start over. Kind of like what I'm doing. See if you can find something like that. You don't want to make it so tough that it becomes just all about making the shot. You kind of want it to be easy, but tough enough you have to complete it. That's just my thoughts. And any other piece of advice would be pretend you're a normal person. Pretend that you do feel pressure, that you are feeling it at whatever point. If you're feeling some kind of pressure, what do you do at that point? I'm still thinking to see if I can come up with a third piece of advice. Probably won't. But now I've got a million balls here. I don't want to. I want to keep yammering, so you guys have something to listen to while I yammer, or I'll miss, and then I'll have to start over again, and that'll annoy me. This chore is just like the other one. I got to complete it, or I got to start over. And I don't get to just have fun playing until I complete it. This is about the time where I start thinking, man, I'm shooting pretty good. I'm, whatever, halfway done. And that's when I get into trouble. That's when I get overconfident. Treat every shot as a standalone entity. Whether or not I make this 3 it doesn't matter how many balls in a row I made before. This is a standalone thing. I've got to treat it like one. It's not like rolling the dice, I think they always said. or flipping a coin. If you flip a coin 10 times in a row, or hell, 500 times in a row, you flip a coin 500 times in a row, as long as it's not a two-headed coin or some crap like that, then what are the odds that the next time is going to be heads? 50-50. The stuff that happened in the past, in a lot of cases, doesn't affect the future. I don't want to say in all cases, because there's probably some cases where what happens in the past does affect the future. I'm just not thinking of any off the top of my head, and I don't think any of them are applying to me on the pool table right now. Cheated the pocket on that 12. Now, do not worry about it. Okay, I'm not worried about it. I'm generating pressure for myself right now by just noticing that I cheated that pocket. My fundamentals are breaking down. Oh, the pressure. That's the purpose of this. Find something that does something similar for you, I think. I think it's a good idea. Or I wouldn't be doing it. Cheated that pocket too. See, I'm completely breaking down physically. I'm liable to cut this tin in the side by accident. I'm breaking down so badly here. Put that in the past, Dave. Put that in the past. This tin is a standalone entity, remember? Well, cheat. I'm not going to make you guys watch me do all this again. Cheated the pocket so much that I missed the whole wall. And now I get to start over. I'm choosing to do this, though, because I know that now that I've reminded myself that I can fail, now the next time I go through it and I get to whatever ball, 10 or 11, there's going to be even more pressure. And that's the whole point of this for me, is be able to deal with that pressure even if I can't feel it. And I think, you, my commenter, the same thing. Find a way to be able to deal with pressure that you can't even feel. And then also, if you can, pretend that you feel pressure and act accordingly. That's my advice. Thanks.